Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. WWE SmackDown, best and worst. The Rock completely ignored. Heartbreaking betrayal involving Randy Orton. WWE SmackDown delivered another high-octane episode filled with twists, turns, and moments that left fans at the edge of their seats. But with every great moment comes the inevitable missteps that keep the WWE Universe buzzing for better or worse. From jaw-dropping surprises to storylines that fell flat, this week's edition of SmackDown gave us plenty to talk about. Let's break down the best and worst moments of the night, focusing on two key aspects: the surprising snub of The Rock and a shocking betrayal involving none other than Randy Orton. The best part of SmackDown this week undoubtedly revolved around the return of the Viper, Randy Orton. After months of being sidelined due to injury, Orton made a triumphant comeback, and the arena exploded with excitement. The crowd's reaction was electric as the familiar chords of his theme song voices hit, signaling that one of WWE's most dangerous predators was back in business. Orton's return was strategically placed in the main event, and his presence on the blue brand injected a fresh wave of energy into the show. The Viper's stare was as cold and calculating as ever, reminding everyone why he's one of the most unpredictable and ruthless superstars in WWE history. It seemed like Orton was back to reclaim his throne, and fans couldn't have been more thrilled to see him return in top form. As he stood in the ring, basking in the chants of RKO, RKO, it looked like Orton was ready to pick up right where he left off. That was until things took a dark and unexpected turn that no one saw coming, a betrayal that shocked the WWE Universe to its core. Just when it seemed like Randy Orton's return was destined to end on a high note, the script flipped dramatically. In a stunning and heartbreaking moment, Orton's longtime ally and former partner, Matt Riddle, turned on him in the most vicious way possible. As Orton extended his hand in a gesture of friendship and unity, Riddle's face twisted with an expression of malice, and then, bam, a low blow brought Orton to his knees. The crowd gasped in disbelief as Riddle's face transformed from that of the fun-loving, laid-back bro we've known to a man filled with bitterness and resentment. He attacked Orton relentlessly, delivering a series of kicks and stomps, each one more brutal than the last. The audience's cheers turned to stunned silence as Riddle unleashed a side of himself that we had never seen before. This betrayal was particularly heartbreaking for fans who had followed the journey of RK Bro, a team that grew from an odd couple pairing into one of the most beloved tag teams in recent memory. Their bond seemed unbreakable, a genuine friendship that transcended their in-ring partnership. For Riddle to turn on Orton in such a merciless fashion was a dagger to the hearts of the WWE Universe. The commentary team did a great job of selling the shock, with Michael Cole and Corey Graves expressing their disbelief and sorrow over Riddle's actions. The betrayal marked a definitive shift in Riddle's character, signaling that the fun-loving days of the original bro are over. Instead, what we have now is a darker, more menacing Riddle, who seems intent on stepping out of Orton's shadow and proving that he's more than just a sidekick. Now, onto the biggest missed opportunity of the night, the complete and utter disregard of The Rock. Despite the rumors swirling around about a potential return, or at least a mention of the Great One, in light of his ongoing interactions with WWE and the possibilities of a WrestleMania storyline, The Rock's name wasn't mentioned once during the broadcast. The Rock's absence was glaring, especially given that this SmackDown took place in Miami, Florida, his hometown. Fans packed the arena, hoping for a glimpse of the Brahma Bull, or at least a nod to his legendary career, but they got nothing. The WWE Universe was buzzing with anticipation, expecting a tease or an appearance that could set up a dream match between The Rock and Roman Reigns, but it never happened. This snub felt like a wasted opportunity. Even if The Rock couldn't appear in person, a pre-recorded message or a simple promo could have added so much to the narrative. The Rock's legacy is deeply tied to WWE's history, and ignoring his connection to SmackDown on such a significant night seemed like a huge oversight. It's especially puzzling when you consider the fact that WWE has been subtly hinting at a confrontation between The Rock and Reigns for months now. On the flip side, one of the highlights of the night was the continued rise of LA Knight, who has quickly become one of the hottest acts in WWE. Knight's momentum shows no sign of slowing down, as he delivered another fantastic promo that had the entire arena chanting along with his signature catchphrases. His charisma is off the charts, and he's proving that he has what it takes to be a major player on the blue brand. Knight's interaction with Roman Reigns backstage was one of the most intense moments of the night. The stare-down between these two felt like the start of something big, hinting that Knight could be next in line to challenge the tribal chief. The crowd's reaction was deafening, showing just how much support Knight has from the WWE Universe. If there's anyone who could realistically stand up to Reigns in this current landscape, it's LA Knight. Another downside to this week's SmackDown was the lack of attention given to the women's division. Apart from a brief segment involving Bayley and Shotzi, the women's division was largely ignored, which is disappointing considering the wealth of talent on the roster. Stars like Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, and Asuka were nowhere to be seen, and the ongoing storylines seemed to stall without any significant progress. WWE has made great strides in elevating women's wrestling over the years, but nights like this remind us that there's still work to be done. With so much potential for exciting feuds and matches, it's a shame that the women's division was sidelined in favor of other storylines that didn't quite hit the mark. The Bloodline storyline, as always, continues to be the anchor of SmackDown, and this week was no different. Roman Reigns' segment with Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso kept the drama high as tensions within the faction remain palpable. Reigns' manipulation tactics and psychological games have added layers to the already complex relationship between the members of the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa's silent but powerful presence, combined with Jimmy's growing rebellious attitude, has set the stage for future conflicts that could shake the faction to its core. The dynamic between these characters is riveting, and it's clear that WWE is building towards another major turning point in the Bloodline saga, possibly involving Jey Uso's inevitable return to confront his family. This week's WWE SmackDown was a roller coaster of emotions, delivering some truly memorable moments alongside a few missteps that left fans scratching their heads. The return of Randy Orton was a highlight, but the betrayal by Riddle left a sour taste in the mouths of many fans who were invested in their bond. The complete disregard for The Rock felt like a missed opportunity to create a truly iconic moment, especially in front of his hometown crowd. On the brighter side, LA Knight's star continues to shine, and the ongoing Bloodline storyline remains as compelling as ever. However, the lack of focus on the women's division is a recurring issue that WWE needs to address to ensure that every star on the roster gets the spotlight they deserve. As we look ahead, the fallout from Orton's betrayal and the potential for a new challenger to Roman Reigns will be key storylines to watch.